Hey guys, I'm Victoria and this is Emily. We decided that we were going to attempt to start a YouTube channel, but we decided to do this because we have had quite a few people message us since they've seen our engagement on the Kelly Clarkson Show, and most of the people have said that they, wish that there was a way to follow like our journey, like continuing on from here, and then also people who want to know like our backstory, basically, like how we met, where we met and all that, how we got on the Kelly Clarkson Show, being gay in the South, stuff like that. So we're going to attempt to do this.
We're very awkward. We don't do this.
Keyword attempt.
We've never made a YouTube video.
No. We've never made videos at all. We're both extremely awkward. So here we go.
We apologize in advance.
Yeah, we apologize and just bear with us. So I guess we'll start with how we met. I was a server at a barbecue restaurant called Jim and Nick's, and she was the host. So as a server, part of our side work, like at the end of the night, was sweeping under our tables. And
I did hers one night.
She's gonna get embarrassed because she didn't really want anybody to know this, but it's all coming out now, so sorry. But I turned around and she was standing there and she's like, "Hey, I swept under your tables for you." And I was like,
she went, "Thanks."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay,
I just went
thanks."
home, didn't want to come back to work. I quit on
Shut
the spot.
No, she didn't. I didn't know who she was, and she just randomly decided to sweep under my table, so I was kind of like, all right. Like, I mean, that was,
She's cute.
I'm awkward, and I didn't know that was, like, somebody that's interested in me or, like, trying to flirt with me, because I'm just me. I'm awkward. So, I kind of feel bad now. But I was nice. I was like, thanks. But, I mean, I'm sure it came off as, like, what the fuck?
Rude. Very rude.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I just didn't know what was going on.
And shortly after, I found her on Facebook.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids. I have a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old. And then I had realized she has a little girl, too.
Yeah. She's 6 now. So we have 4, 5, and 6-year-old all together.
Yeah.
But
I kind of, as she says, use my kids as bait, because I had messaged her and kind of like asked her if she wanted to have a play date with the kids and whatnot.
Her excuse was the kids. But she really just wanted to hang out with me.
I did.
That sounds awful to do that, but I don't know. When we met, you had just gotten out of...
that is true. When I met her, I had just gotten out of a very abusive relationship.
Yeah. And then me, I have my daughter, who I had her at 17, and we've been like kind of alone. I don't know. It was like a past relationship type deal. So anyways, yeah, she found me on Facebook, asked me for a play date, and we've been together ever since for 3 years now.
3 years,
but yeah. But we don't want to, like, sit here and tell everybody, like, that our whole life's been perfect and fairy tale, because it's not. No. I don't think you're lying if you say that you have a fairy tale relationship, because that's just not real.
Not real, no.
I mean, it may be. I don't know. That probably came off as bad, but...
You could possibly have that.
Yeah, but there's bumps in the road no matter who you are, what you're doing, that's going to happen. So, about a year ago, actually a year to the day, my dad passed away. So leading up to this, on October 9th, I left Alabama, because all this happened while we were in Alabama together. Like, that's where we lived. So October 9th of last year, I left to take care of my dad, who was diagnosed with leukemia. So it was me and my daughter, and her 2 kids stayed in Alabama while we went and did this. And I guess you could say I was distant, kind of detached. Communication was...
But I also understood that she had a lot on her plate. Yeah. So I never really pushed this. I never got mad at you for it.
Which is, I'm so thankful for, because if the roles would have been reversed, I don't know how I would have... I don't know. I've never been in that position yet, but hopefully I would do what you did. But I was just kind of detached. We didn't communicate like we should have, but I just had a lot going on, dealing with a dad with leukemia in the hospital, chemo, a kindergartner, just a lot. So he passed away a month later on November 9th, which is, today's a year of that, actually. Sorry. I'm fiddling. I do that when I get nervous. But anyways, so he passed away a month later, and I got his body sent to Mississippi because that's where my family's originally from. That's where most of my family members are buried, and where I wanted him. So I got his body sent there. I went through the funeral process, the state attorneys, all that kind of stuff, and everything you deal with when somebody passes away. All while still being distant, because I suck.
No, but she knew I was there for her, I think.
Yeah. No, I did. I knew she was there for me. I should have been more present myself, but I just had a lot going on. But anyways, that's why I love her. That's why we're engaged now. But so after I finally kind of like the dust settled with all that, and I handled everything that needed to be handled, I decided to go back to Alabama for her, obviously. So got to Alabama. There's really no segue into this, but she wants everyone to know how.
Because I'm nosy. Like, anything that's ever happened, I've always been like, so when did you realize you first liked me? When did you realize you first wanted to be
questioned, with me? like interrogated after we got engaged about, like, well, when did you realize you wanted to marry me?
Yeah, I'm very nosy,
yeah. So, but she wants us, in this, so we're
I wanted to know why she wanted to marry me.
Yeah, so I'm going to let y'all know. So after everything with my dad and all that in Mississippi, and I came back to Alabama for her, we decided to go to a Pink concert together in Birmingham, and
I love her.
Yeah, she's like absolute, like, yeah. And
I'm not crazy.
I
might cry every time I see her or listen to her
if
music.
If we drink together and I play a Pink song, she's crying. Don't lie.
I'm not going to deny that.
Okay. See, so she's like, like
borderline. Obsessed, but not too bad.
But that's okay, because I have my own
obsession
issues.
Worse than me.
No. Okay, she called me out. That's fine. But anyways, so we went to a Pink concert in Birmingham after all that had happened. And I'm not really an emotional person. I mean, I am, but I don't show it.
She doesn't show it like I do.
Yeah,
I'm very all about expressing how I feel.
She's all about expressing herself. I've always learned to kind of keep that in, you know, or it's not a thing.
I've gotten her better though. She expresses a little more.
I'm doing it now. Look.
Yeah, look at her.
But anyways, so went to the Pink concert in Birmingham, and Pink started playing her song "Fucking Perfect," and it's really like it was on my Snapchat, and like watching the video back later, like after it had all happened, is what was so emotional about it. But in the moment, it was like she had gotten emotional, and I kind of like became vulnerable myself, like with my emotions, and it was just kind of like we looked at each other and we were singing "Fucking Perfect," and it was just
crying. I was crying.
Yeah. And it was kind of cheesy. I mean, this sounds cheesy, like, it's cheesy saying it out loud, but it was just kind of like that moment that, like, she is perfect for me. Like, she stuck with me, even through me being detached and not communicating and everything that I went through with my dad. Like, she was still there, and I just, I don't know, I missed her, I missed all the kids, like, just, we had finally been back together at this point, so, I don't know, it just kind of made me realize this is who I wanted. You're serious. Don't cry.
I know, it's for war.
She's fine. But anyways, that's kind of like how I realized that I wanted my life to be with her and our kids together and, just be a family. So that's when I realized I wanted to marry her. So, but anyways, so that kind of ties into why the song was a Pink song, because her hero basically is Pink and mine is Kelly. So my original thought though with proposing to her, I don't know if I should say this or not, but I'm going to. My original thought with proposing to her was going to be to take her to a Pink concert, better tickets than we had the last time, but I mean, we kind of poor sometimes. No, we can't afford that all the time. But I wanted to take her to a show, like save up the money to go to a show and like pretty much at least be pit, like, in the pit section, like really close to Pink, and like whenever she played the song, propose to her. Fucking perfect, because that's when I realized. But the opportunity kind of arose in a different way for the way it happened, and I think it kind of aligned that way for a reason, because I do like Kelly a lot.
A lot. More than a lot.
I'm not obsessed.
Just say you're obsessed.
No.
You are.
I'm not obsessed.
She follows Kelly.
She doesn't know.
Her band, her
no,
producer.
okay.
She watches The Voice, obviously. She watches anytime Kelly goes live. She knows where Kelly lives, her birthday.
I don't really know where she lives. I know she lives in Los Angeles.
No, because we looked.
All right, we ain't gonna go there.
Anyways, Kelly, that was irrelevant. She just loves you a lot.
Kelly's not gonna see this, so it's not.
She might.
She ain't.
She won't.
No. But okay. Anyways, point is the reason I'm like that. I'm not obsessed. Why I'm like that with her is because September, right before my dad got sick, I saw her on The Voice, and I loved her personality, so I kind of like stalked her, like looked her up on Google and YouTube and all that, you know, the normal things when you see a famous person. Like, I knew who Kelly Clarkson was, but like her personality stood out to me, and I kind of like did my research about her and her backstory, whatever, and the way she handles life and things that have happened and overcoming, like things she's overcome, that stood out to me. But I think that happened for a reason, because that was a month before I found out, and then when I found out, she was kind of like what helped me get through it, like her Meaning of Life album and the videos of her and all that. So, not obsessed. She just helped me through a hard time.
A really hard time.
Yes.
Yeah. It's understandable.
Whatever. You're like, you're obsessed.
It is. No.
But anyways, back to, that's how I do follow her producers and her band and her and anybody that's anybody that's kind of related with that at all at this point now. Yeah, that's saying it out loud. I sound bad, huh? I don't know. Okay, well, whatever. That's fine.
It's okay.
But so I do follow her producers and stuff, and that's how it kind of came about. So I follow her producers, and I had previously wrote into the Kelly, if you're familiar with the show and stuff, there's a website, you know, that you can go to be a guest, and I did write into them about the stuff, and I never really got a response, which they have millions of people, I'm sure, that probably submit stuff.
Yeah.
But me being me, I follow her producers. Yeah, I follow everybody. So on Instagram, I saw one of the producers put for one of their Instagram stories, you know, if you want to be part of the Kelly Clarkson Show, let me know, whatever, swipe up. So I swiped up, I DM'd the producer, and I just put like me and some emojis, and they actually responded. And I was like, I kind of took it and ran with it. I was like, well, let me go ahead and explain my whole life to them. So I sent like a paragraph, like a long paragraph about everything, and explained it, and it just kind of went from there, and started doing phone calls with other producers and how we were going to do this and make sure I could make it and all that stuff. They asked us to come out and do it, so we did it. Yeah. And then
she did it, y'all.
Yeah. I'm very awkward, and I do not at all do well with public speaking at all. I dropped out of college. Yeah. I dropped out of college because of public speaking. I couldn't do public speaking.
And she pulled that off, and I think she did a really good job.
I'm proud of myself. I don't say that a lot, but I'm proud of myself because I dropped out of public speaking for that. Like, I can't talk.
She did really good, y'all.
Yeah. But everybody was so nice, though. Like, the producers, they were very accepting.
Very welcoming.
Yeah. They hugged us, and like,
as bad as it might sound, you know, being from the South, not many people accept it, or
they don't.
They give you feel like everybody's staring at you, or you're doing something wrong all the time. So
basically an alien in the South.
Whenever and it sounds terrible, but whenever she did propose to me, and it shouldn't be that way, but my first thought was everybody around me. Like, how are they going to respond? And that sounds terrible. That does sound terrible.
The first thought of her proposal, when she knew what was going on, was,
when I realized what she was doing.
What is everybody about to say or react, or what are they going to do?
I couldn't even focus on her enough because I was so worried
about the people
around us.
Because of what we
experienced,
deal with.
But everybody was really, really sweet.
Yeah, everybody was really sweet.
And especially when we look back on the video, just seeing everybody's faces.
Like the reactions.
Around us. Everybody absolutely, they just seemed to be really happy for us. And it was a nice change.
at the end of it, I mean, everybody congratulated us. Even like the cameramen at the show, they gave us like the little scripts and stuff, and to keep as memories, and producers, they hugged us. Like, I mean, it was just, everybody said congratulations.
Really yeah.
Somebody sent us drinks afterwards. We went to like Margaritaville or something, I don't know, afterwards to get drinks, and
somebody sent us champagne.
And we don't know who it is, so if you happen to see this
we thank you for that.
Yeah, we really appreciate that, because that's just not something that
we get very often.
Ever.
At all. That's never happened.
So we really do appreciate that. But yeah, everybody was so sweet. Everything went good. I'm surprised I didn't choke because I want to choke now and we're in our own home. But anyways, I guess we're going to end it like this, but we want to go ahead and like tell y'all that we're going to make another video. Once again, we're very awkward, so y'all got to like let us practice at this. But we want like the next video that we make, we kind of want to hit on, it's kind of
personal,
extreme, kind of personal, kind of deeper into everything.
Basically, when we got back from California, this kind of goes back to the abusive relationship that I was in before with the father of my kids. I actually got served not divorce papers, I'm sorry. I actually got served custody papers. Like, he wants to take full custody because he seems that I'm unfit because I'm in a same-sex relationship. And yeah, just
so basically we're gonna hit on getting served papers to take away 2 of our children because of the same-sex relationship, and also hit on living in the South and being gay, and kind of like what our families thought about it here, things like that. And also, I am from the South and whatever, so I do believe in like respect and all that, so I did ask her dad for permission to marry her.
And I heard that did not turn out.
Yeah.
She thought it was
It did not happen how I thought it would. But we'll get into that later. Like, yeah, it didn't go how I wanted it to go, but we'll talk about that and what happened with all that. So, anyways, we're new at this. Bear with us.
We're sorry.
You want to, yeah, we're so sorry. It's probably
just
so bad.
watch it,
yeah.
please.
But anyways, if you want to hear about the rest of everything and all that, just tune in. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.